How are we all? All, I hope you're all well. In quarantine, locked up. So I'm going to talk to you about just realigning your goal and making sure we don't lose momentum in this time. It's too easy for us to say, I'm bored, I keep going to the fridge, all that kind of stuff, but we need to stay clear on the goal. So some of you have been doing this a few weeks, some of you have been doing it a few months. You may have set a goal at the start, you may not have, but this is the kind of time now where it's always good to touch base again with what you actually want to do. So that momentum doesn't start to wither away. Because if you think in the past, this has probably been something that's been quite relevant. You've set out to do something, you've paid to do something, you've got all enthusiastic at the start, and then as soon as it become the new norm, you got bored. So we're going to go through how to set a goal as clearly as possible, right? So when you set your goal, first of all, you've got to have the target. Yeah. So it may well be that it's a certain amount of weight loss, or it may well be that you just want a specific body part looking better, a six pack, better legs, better bum cheeks, whatever that might be. So when it comes to setting a goal, it's very important that you associate into it. And by that, I mean, you almost kind of make it such a clear image in your head that you feel like you're already living it. Now, if you have been in a certain position for a long time, whether it's overweight or whether it's without the six pack that you want, it's most likely that deep down you don't believe that you can actually achieve it, which is fine. So if you've got someone who's 4 stone overweight and they've always been that way, or they've always been the chubby one at school and things like that, then it may well be that they don't truly believe that they can actually achieve what they're trying to achieve. So if that's the case, just to say, I'm going to lose 4 stone is quite weak. Yeah, it's quite wet. And without kind of force and energy behind the goal, you're not going to get there, because it would just be like a whimper rather than a roar. So when you're talking about setting a goal, let's use this I want to lose 4 stone example. So what does that look like to me, right? So it means I'm going to be a size 10. Yeah. So when I'm thinking of I'm being a size 10, I'm wearing certain clothes that I wouldn't necessarily wear now. It's also going to mean that I can fit into a certain pair of jeans which I brought and I never actually fit into them. So you're trying to get as many clear images as possible. So something that really makes this picture in your head of what the goal is as clear as possible. So the next thing is we want it to associate in, what will people say when they see this new you? Yeah. Again, if you've been overweight for a long time, your friends might even reference to you as the overweight one, or she likes a good time, she likes a drink, or whatever comes with being overweight. So what would they say to you this time around? What would your family say? What would your colleagues say? They might say, wow, you look fucking amazing. You've lost 4 stone. You look incredible. Yeah, so if we can associate into these kind of scenarios, these areas of life that are going to change, then it all becomes a little bit more real compared to I'm going to lose weight. Yeah, so what does it feel like? So how, if you lose this 4 stone, how does that make you feel? In terms of confidence, in terms of happiness, in terms of actually, wanting to wear certain clothes, go out into social situations. How does it actually make you feel? Can you imagine that? And if you can't, because you might not be able to, then what can we do to create a better way of doing that? This might be something that you want to speak to me one-on-one with. But I hope this is making sense, that you've got to really build this goal up to be something. And if you're kind of 10 weeks in now, you're starting to lose momentum, it's because you're losing this image of what you want the result to be. Yeah, at the start, it's all exciting. I'm going to go on holiday in 12 weeks and I'm going to get this weight down. I'm going to feel amazing. Obviously, now it becomes about doing the work. It's easy to lose momentum. So what else does your goal need to be? It needs to be forward facing rather than away facing. So by that, it is meaning by the language you are using, is it taking you forward? So, for example, I want to lose 4 stone by May the 10th. Yeah, there's more emphasis behind it of, there's a real target there. I'm going for a specific thing. So if I'm forward facing, I'm going to the May the 10th and I'm going to be 4 stone down, for example. Not realistic, but considering the date today is April, whatever. So you're not going to lose 4 stone in that amount of time. But it's got to be that momentum and forward facing with a specific date, a specific time for a specific event. These are the things that carry us forward. And like you've probably all done in the past, if you've had someone's wedding to go to or something like that, and you had to absolutely lose weight, you could pull it off. Whether it meant starving yourself and nearly killing yourself, you would get the job done. So we need to try and create that energy and that emphasis, but without actually or doing it in a proper way. Yeah. So I want to lose 4 stone in 6 months. And in that time, I'm going to do the gym 3 times a week. I'm going to lift weights twice a week. I'm going to be monitoring my food diary. I'm going to be doing this on a daily basis. So this is what we want you to do, yeah? So this is just obviously all an example. So we want you to write down a paragraph of what the goal is with all these things in mind. So I want to lose 4 stone, going off the page, by the 10th of June. Still going off the page. Yeah, so what else? So I want to lose 4 stone by the 10th of June. Or it could be a particular event, or it could just be for a particular scenario in your head, just because I want to be happier. Yeah, so it could be I want to lose 4 stone for my happiness, for example. This means, and then what is that going to allow you to do if you can get into this position? This means I will look awesome in a bikini for my holiday. It means my friends will be in shock when they see my new body. Yes, we want you to write this paragraph out so you can really start to kind of build a picture of it. We want you to get away from just, I'm trying to lose weight. Because you said it a billion times. It means fuck all, yeah? So, you want to lose weight by when? How? How's it going to make you feel? What's it going to do for you? So my friends are going to be in shock when they see my new body. Yeah. What else? It means that I'll have the body confidence to finally wear a little black dress, etc. Yeah, so you get the idea. So this is what we want you to do. Realign yourself with your goal. Yeah, make it as clear as possible and make it forward facing. Put a time on it, put a date on it, put an event on it, put a feeling on it. So that's your homework for the week. Now, you're all adults. We want you to send it us, but we're not going to chase you. It's up to you. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. But there you go. There's a task for the week.